Scott Martin, Kingsview Asset Management guy, is with us now. Scott, I'm sure you saw this. Amazon hit $1 trillion in value again just a few moments ago on this program. Would you buy it here? Would you shell out good money at $2,030 per share now?
I would shell out bad money for it, Stuart, because to take a lead from EMAC there, Amazon is the hippopotamus of retail. I mean, they can pretty much do whatever they want to do, Stuart. So you mentioned the fact that they hit $1 trillion. They had done that before and obviously pulled back, which was a buying opportunity. We own it just because of the dominance that they're showing in retail. E-commerce is expanding like crazy. We got another great holiday season coming up besides the Prime Days now that are out there. I love Amazon. Okay,
you're with it. Got it. Now tell me about Netflix, because they're losing their two most popular shows. That's Friends and The Office. They're leaving the network within the next 2 years. You think that's a big deal for Netflix, or would you buy them at $380?
Yeah, I would buy them. Maybe not as aggressively as I would Amazon, because there's definitely more competition in that space, Stuart. But I don't worry that much about them losing, say, The Office or Friends, because I believe that the real key to Netflix going forward continues to be their original content. They've got some great comedy shows on there, as well as some great movies that are coming out, and ones that you know I love, say like The Babysitter, which I'll keep mentioning. It's a, dare I say, killer flick, but there's great original content on Netflix that nobody can duplicate.
But that's what Netflix is going to be. All original content, self-produced original content. That's what they have to do.
Right, Stuart. They do, but give them credit for adjusting to that before, say, all these films, or not films, rather, all these series like Friends and Office got taken away from them. They started to do that change a couple years ago, and that's really started to ramp up.
You know, I know technically a lot of that. Look, a lot of people look at Netflix and look at the content. Good or bad, do they buy the stock whether the content is good or bad? I tend to look at the subscriber base. It seems to me that Netflix has an enormous amount of... they could pull in a lot more subscribers from places like India. I think that's an untapped resource yet.
Yeah, big emerging markets growth for Netflix. Now, the one concern I have, I guess I could look at two sides of the coin there. A lot of subscribers, as you mentioned, but they're still losing money somehow. So that's the weird thing. It's like, how can you have so many subscribers and not make money on them? But they also have pricing power, similar to our friends at Amazon. I mean, Amazon, when they raised the price of Amazon Prime, I think about a year and a half ago, by $20, nobody batted an eye. Netflix did the same thing. I paid more for my Netflix subscription. They've got pricing power with all those subs. That's why I like the stock.
Do you think that the Federal Reserve will lower interest rates this year, say, 2 times or 3 times? We've got the 10-year Treasury yield down to 2.08 this morning.
Yeah, I think at least 2, maybe 3. And, Stuart, we got some crazy news yesterday, I believe, from Powell in the sense that the market totally led him down the path, the primrose path, if you will, of rate cuts. And Chairman Powell was very dovish, you know, as he's been hawkish in the past, but he was always kind of say, a dove in hawk's clothing. And so the market loves what he said. But I think an interesting thing going forward, just for those bond lovers out there, watch interest rates here. Open market interest rates may actually start hiking up, even though the Fed is starting to cut. So keep an eye on your bond positions.
Oh, that will be fascinating. Scott Martin, thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it.